Okay, so this is the pre-roll Muay Thai hand wrap. So I'll be showing how I wrap my right hand. You can do the same for your left hand once you've mastered this. So this loop, it goes into your thumb. So for Muay Thai, what I've learned is that it goes on top and then under. So it's never coming from under over. So you want to wrap it over your wrist. So this way, it goes over. So it's always on top of your wrist, and then you go over 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the idea is to protect your wrist and your knuckles. So once you've done that for 4 times over your wrist, I'll try and do this as slowly as possible so that any new beginners learning this will get the idea step by step. So one more time, the loop goes into your thumb, and then you bring it across your wrist, go over your wrist 4 times at least, and then it's usually over and under. So you go over your thumb once. Okay, go over your thumb once you finish the 4 wraps around your wrist. So you go over your thumb once. You don't want to do it too tight, otherwise the blood won't flow during practice, but just nice, just snug enough that it's not too loose, it's not too tight, it's just nice. So once you've done that, you go over your wrist twice again. Oops. Okay, and then you go across. I think this would be a better view. So you go across. So this time round, once you finish over your thumb and then over your wrist twice, you bring it across to your little pinky, and then you wrap 4 times. So you want to keep your 4 fingers a bit open so that it's not too tight. So this purpose is to protect your knuckles. So if you have small hands like me, you can do it 4 times. The video that I learned it from does it 3 times. So the idea is to leave a piece of gap between the wrist and the knuckles. This is the right way that I was taught, because when I first started out, I would wrap it like in a star, and then it would cover everything. So that's not the right way to do it. So I think I've done it like 4 times yet. Let me go over again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the portion. So I've done 4 times over my knuckles. Once you finish your knuckles, when you've done 4 times, what you want to do is you want to maintain this gap. So nothing is going to go this way. Everything goes on top and under. It's always over your wrist and under. So it's this way, right? So we are going to go across again. So it's going to go across this time. This way. Towards your wrist. Away from your index finger and your thumb. So you go over your wrist and over your pinky and the ring finger. This way. So continue doing that for the rest of the fingers. So when you've wrapped, let's make this nice. You want to close and open it up. Once you've wrapped it under, you want to close your fist and make sure it's not too tight, that there's no blood flow, but it's just nice. And then you go over your wrist again, go over your wrist again, and one more time. And this time is between this finger, the ring finger and the middle finger. Okay, and then under again. I think this would give a better, oh, I did a mistake again. Okay, undo. Okay, here, so here you bring it over. Once you've done bringing it over your little pinky, you bring it over your knuckles, on top of your knuckles. And you bring across your wrist. So you want to maintain this portion. Always make sure that there's nothing blocking this rectangle portion. So when you go over your wrist again, you go between the ring finger and the middle finger, and this way. Bring it over your knuckles and across. So come back to the wrist again. Then you do between your middle finger and your index finger, over your knuckles, across the wrist. Okay. So once you've done all that, make sure it's not too tight, so you can keep opening and closing and loosening up as you go along. You can undo and redo until you feel a bit comfortable. So once that's done, you have excess hand wrap. So just wrap, so maintain this. So the excess hand wrap, just go across. So this way your knuckles is protected and your wrist is protected. There are many videos, but I learned this from one of the videos. So this is how it's done. So I hope you find a video that you can learn from if you're a beginner, and it's helpful for you. It's not too confusing. I hope this video was helpful for you as well. Thank you.